Everyone, and welcome to this walkthrough tutorial on how to set up and use the satellite account function of the Innovation Portal. Let's give you a vision of what that model looks like. In this model of using the Innovation Portal, the teacher creates a free Innovation Portal account with their email address. All the Innovation Portal accounts are free, but once they create an account, they then create a portfolio or a team portfolio for each of the teams that they're coaching or advising. It takes just a few minutes. Once they've created the team portfolios, they then assign usernames and passwords to each of the students for each respective team portfolio. And the students log in using just that username and password, and they can all work together as a team or individually if they want to on the respective portfolios. So it should be noted that no student email addresses are needed in this model, and that if a teacher wishes to move students around, if that needs to happen, where a student wants to join a different team, it's a very easy matter to remove a student from, say, Team 1's portfolio and add them to Team 2's portfolio. And then at any point in time, the teacher can kind of monitor all of the projects taking place and watching them build and give feedback to the students through their single dashboard, their single account from any computer, whether they're at home or at school. So let's take a look at a few more things. It should be noted that in this model, the students will only have access to the team portfolio for which they are assigned. So students, once they log in with their username and password, they only go to the portfolio they've been assigned. They can see what their partners are doing. They can see what they did the previous day. Every time they log in, but they can't inadvertently see what the other students are doing, or they can invite those students to see what they're doing without getting up and walking over to look at their computer screens. And also, students inside these accounts cannot create new portfolios and share them out. You can do that for them as the account manager, but they can't do that themselves. So, as mentioned before, the teacher has complete control of outside access to the portfolio and to the students and the information that they put on the portfolios. And that includes when the students are ready, submitting that work to, say, a competition or for public viewing, or to delete the portfolio, or in the process of maybe building the project. If another teacher or a mentor would like access to the work and be able to comment as well, the teacher who created the account has the ability to invite those folks to do that for any of the groups that they're working with. Finally, all of the Innovation Portal accounts are password protected, and it's worth mentioning that anybody else using the Innovation Portal can't, by accident or on purpose, log in and try to find or see the student work unless you, as the teacher, provide access to the portfolio. So they can't just accidentally find the work or any student information. So let's take a look at what that model looks like. We're going to create a teacher account, and we're going to create one or two student portfolios, and then a couple of username and passwords for some make-believe students, just to see what it looks like and how quickly that can be done. So the first thing is we'll go to the Innovation Portal site. There's the innovationportal.org main page, and we'll need to register for an account if you haven't done so already. There's two ways to do that. One is you can click Register Now right in the middle of the page, or in the upper right-hand corner there is a link to register as well. So when we click Register Now, the first thing it will ask you for is a username. To create a unique username, you'll need to type in a username and your password each time you come to the Innovation Portal to access your account. In this case, we're going to try Design Project Instructor as our username, and as an email address, we'll type in a valid email address. In this one we have Design Project Instructor at Gmail, an account we've set up just for this demonstration. And you can see at this tab at the top, I have that Gmail open. I want you to be able to see the entire process where the Innovation Portal will send an email verification to that email address that was entered here, and then you will get a one-time login and then are allowed to change the password, and you're in. So after you've entered the email you want to use, we'll create some some other information, the first and last name of the teacher, in this case Eric Cano. Eric works at Apollo High School in St. Cloud, Minnesota, and we'll choose very quickly, kind of enter the information, and the zip code there, 56303. The last two pieces of information are kind of a best fit for why you're using the portal. So if you were logging in as a middle schooler or as a college senior, in this case I'm going to be the instructor for and coach for a bunch of teams, so I'm going to put K-12 teacher, that best describes me. And finally, best fit for why we're using the portal as we register. So it could be for a math science class, a technology and engineering course. In this case, we'll choose co-curricular activity or project. Last thing to do is to take a look at the privacy policy and the terms of use policy. Basically, we don't share any information from the innovation portal. The information that students upload to the portal or users upload to the portal is entirely theirs, and the terms of use agreement are pretty much an as-is use agreement, though we take every precaution to make sure that the portal is secure. We can't guarantee that it's not hack-proof, and that's pretty much what the terms of use agreement state. If you are between the ages of 13 and 18 when you register for a regular account, it will ask your parents to kind of agree that it's okay to have an account. But in this case, since we're the instructor, we're over 18, and we'll just create a new account. So you'll get a message saying a welcome message has been sent to your email address, and please go there to verify that that the email process is working. And we just jumped over to the email address we had entered, and there's the information right away from the innovation portal. And as you look at that, it says, welcome, thank you for registering. You may now log in by clicking this link or copying and pasting to your browser. It is a one-time login link. This is a very common registration process. So we'll click that link. It jumps us back over to the innovation portal. And it does say this is a one-time login for this, so you'll have to add a password and then log in again. If we don't do anything else right now, this kind of clock is ticking. If we don't do anything by about a 24-hour period, it will just ask you to try again and re-register. But we'll go ahead and do that. We'll log right in, and it jumps us right to the password page. So there's our email address, and it says for this account, and there's the username up there. For this account, we'd like to create a password, and then it'll ask us to match that password. And once you've done that, you can click save, and then it jumps you right inside the innovation portal. And if we were, because it assumes you want to start working right away, if you only had time to go to class, we're going to log out real quick. And if you only had time in class to create your account, you can come back to the main page, but this time we're going to choose sign in, and it should look the same. We're going to type in design project instructor and our password. This is the same experience your students will have once you create usernames and passwords for them. And then it jumps us inside, and that's the screen where we were at before. What we want to do now is we're going to create two portfolios. Let's pretend that we are the sponsors for two teams. We're going to create two different portfolios and then assign users and username and passwords as in the model at the beginning. So we'll click create portfolio, and we'll give that portfolio title Team 1. We'll be real inventive, but you can come back and change the project title to anything your students want after that. So we'll create Team 1. And then once you've created Team 1, it jumps you right inside. You can see here, right inside that portfolio, thinking you want to get to work. Actually, what we want to do is we'll create the second portfolio and then let students do the work. So to get back to the main dashboard, there's two ways. I can click this button called Dashboard, or I can go back up and go to My Portfolios, either one. So we'll go to Please Show Me My Dashboard, and you can see that there it is, line item Team 1 was created. If during the time if we had a team assigned to this and I wanted to see what they were doing at any given time, I could just click this title and it would open that portfolio. But like I said, we're going to create a second portfolio, so create portfolio. Then we're going to go to Team 2 and create that portfolio as well. And let's go to the dashboard, and you can see the Team 1 and Team 2, and that's how quickly you can create portfolios for teams. Now let's look at zero in on Team 1, and we want to assign a couple students to that so they can begin working. To do that, I'm going to come over here to Manage Members, and once inside Manage Members, I get lots of options. I can invite people. This is how you invite say another teacher or a mentor to look at the student work, this particular portfolio. I can change whether those people have editing rights or if they can just view it. But we're going to sneak down here to Manage Satellite Accounts. And if you read the subscript there, it says Create and Manage Accounts. Satellite accounts do not require an email address. So we'll click on that. And we're going to create a username and password for one of our students, Cindy Jones. There's Cindy Jones. And a username for her, a unique username will be Project Design Student. Kind of all over the place, but you can create any. The username has to be unique. So we'll do Project Design Student 1 and create her password for her. Her password will be Tigers. And we'll go down here to Tigers, and then we create a satellite account. And we'd have to share that username and password with Cindy so that she can log into Team 1. And if you'll notice, it jumped us right inside Team 1, but it left us at the Add Satellite Account, so we can add another student. So now we're going to add the second student. That'll be John Johnson. And for John Johnson, we will do Project Design Student 2. Their usernames don't have to be that long or complicated, they just have to be unique. And for John Johnson, we'll also create Tigers as a password, but we can do anything we want. And if that password is compromised, you can change that for the students as well. So we'll create that satellite account, and then when we want to go back, now we have 2 students connected to the Team 1 portfolio. Let's log out. Well, I guess we can kind of take a look at Manage Portfolio Members, and it should show us that we have 2 students connected to that. And there they are, Project Design Student 1 and 2. You can change their password, or you can disconnect them from this portfolio if you want. So it keeps track of the students that are connected to each one for you. The last thing we'll do is we'll just log out of the account, take us back to the Innovation Portal page, and then we'll sign in as one of the students. Cindy Jones was Design Student 1. We'll pretend we're Cindy, and her password was Tigers. And when we log in, it'll jump us right inside Team 1. And if you'll notice, there are less options for her. She can't create new portfolios. She can't send the information anywhere. She can just begin working. And this is what the other student, John Johnson, would see as well. So Cindy could start working on, say, tab A of the portfolio, while John works on tab D, and so forth. And then as their teacher, you can watch the work build, and they can see each other's work, and it's all kind of protected. So that's a quick look. Well, not exactly a quick look, but that is a quick look at, if you would, at how to use the satellite functions, how to set up an account and use the satellite functions to coach or advise a number of teams using the Innovation Portal. Thank you very much, and good luck.